Hello, over to the Atchison for Xfinity Series live here tonight from the Darlington Speedway. And a quick shout out to our sponsors here, Pop Products Accessories, along with Suicide Awareness. Atchison for Xfinity Series sponsor, Randy's Wraps. Getting underway here from Darlington, a throwback race in the Class Paint Schemes you see out here on track. Nice looking paint schemes here at the Classic Darlington Raceway. Race number 22, Motorsports Xfinity Series, but more importantly, the very first chase race. The first of 10 races in the chase for this series. It's basically going to roll in. Unfortunately, I could not do the grid. I apologize for that. But anyhow, just Wilson will start on the pole. Is outside CJ Gates, last week's winner. As we're going to get set here for 75 laps on this iconic Darlington Raceway. Green flag is out on the way here for the first time. That's first for Xfinity Series chase. And our wheel spin from third place, Jonathan Bazell, number 4 machine. As you see, drivers going every which way. So on that high side, you see that number 3 Wrangler. No iconic paint scheme right there. Throwing it back to Dale Earnhardt for Jim Mott. And number 13 Scooby-Doo for CJ Gates. There's that number 58 machine, Justin Wilson, leading the field. I'm not actually 100% sure on what that paint scheme is throwing it back to, and I apologize for that. And that's just a classic Scooby-Doo paint scheme. We got Jim Mott, and then you have the good old Kodak paint scheme for Jonathan Mazzella there. Sonny scraping the wall off turn 2. That's Jim Mott already getting his Darlington stripe here on lap 2. Actually, he got it pretty good. That's a little bit more than just a scrape. So, put up a right side damage to number 3 machine, but still good for him. They got number 4 machine, driven by many different drivers. So, just kind of a classic number 4 machine right there for Cody, for Mazzella. Kodak Chevrolet, and you have the good old good run paint scheme for Jeffrey Price. Another I would say Dale Earnhardt throwback, but it doesn't really look like much of a throwback. I don't remember that paint scheme ever being run. Then you have the 18 Skills car, which is actually currently running right now in Darlington. Some nice paint schemes at Atchison, number 88 Batman Ford, 1998 by Dale Jarrett, number 88 machine. Got the Tide Ride for 38, Hilton Young, driven by Ricky Craven and others. The A machine actually already on pit road now. Michael Della Sala, his first career start, already on pit road now. Looks like he got on the wall pretty heavily. Somebody's paint scheme, one paint scheme. Not quite sure if that's a throwback or not. Doesn't look like it, but that looks like it for the guys in the field today. But so far, Justin Wilson up front and leading. Five laps in the books now. There's 70 more to go. So he's trying to lead over CJ Gates. Jim Mott still in third. He dropped Dell in fourth. Oh, 18 to the outside wall. Off of turn 2. He's on the stripe now. Let's talk about that. There's just Wilson car right there. 2-second lead on that number 58 machine. He's at much very fast. Number 8 machine gets out of his way. So that pass can be nice and easy. Darren Manning, number 18 machine, sorry. Alright, she's number 88, still sitting there in 7th. A lot of these guys in the chase, actually. I'm going to look quickly at who is in the chase. I'm pretty sure everybody on track except for the 8 machine is in the chase, but see, number 4 machine, Jonathan Zella catching Jim Ott there. So Jim Ott came in as the points leader. Jonathan Zella going to go on the outside. Jim Ott's going to let him go right there in turns 1 and 2. You can't really go double foul right there because it's really tight and you end up hitting the wall and stuff. So he's just going to let him on go. Jonathan Zella now up into the podium spot right there, but still 3 seconds behind race leader Justin Wilson. So going into this race, the guys in the chase: Jim Ott, Joshua Myers, C.J. Gage, Chase Berry, Justin Wilson, Roy Atchison, Kirk Sagert, Hilton Young, Blaze Tatum, Donald Floyd, Jonathan Zella, Greg Floyd, Darren Manning, Ricardo Guzman, DJ Mitchell, and Chris Hahn all in the chase. So that was your chase. There's actually 26th machine, Greg Floyd. He actually comes down pit road.
Thank you.
So this is when the chase counts. This is when it gets on and gets pretty wild. So we'll see exactly how well this works out for these guys. Dennis Wilson wants to come in here and just have a nice, good, dominant run pretty much. And that's what he's doing so far. He wants to stretch his points lead in case he misses some races like we saw. Missed quite a few of the last race and missed Watkins Glen right before Bristol 3 weeks ago. Last 2 weeks he actually got involved in a wreck that took him out of the race pretty much. So really does not have a lot of momentum coming to the chase, but he's going to come in here and get back to his dominant fashion and try to avoid trouble all night. As I see, there's Jonathan Zella and there's Jim Ott. Just go guys right there: Jeffrey Meyer, Darren Manning, Atchison, Hilton Young, but all behind the number 58 machine, Justin Wilson. Caution flag comes out. Oh, right on the back stretch, Greg Floyd around. Looks like he maybe got into the inside wall and took a look back at what happened now on the LCTV replay. Oh, big problems. Contact was showing him the number 3 machine of Jim Ott. He hit the outside wall, came down the track into the 3 of Jim Ott. Jim Ott hits the inside wall of the driver's side door first. Man. The guy who is the points leader coming into the chase now around on the back straightaway, only on lap 15. Due to lap car getting into him and quite a bit of right side damage for the number 3 machine of Jim Ott. So that's not going to help his chances from here. Now he's already filled back to 4th place and now he's going to have to make pits for equipment or repairs. Now everybody going to come on pit road here. And to see exactly who can have the best pit stop. So on the first one off of pit road. So while they're under caution now for the first time, field 17 to go to a quick commercial break. We'll go right back.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. So start ignition, count to zero. I just wanna be a superhero.
Hey, what's up, guys? Scott Speed here at the iRacing headquarters. Some exciting news about the upcoming Rallycross World Championship. They've got a wild card entry, and yours truly is going to get that spot. See you guys out on the track.
Michael Live to Darlington Raceway. Gotta go back. Green flag here after the first caution flag of the night. As well, so we'll lead the field to the green flag, and lots of wheel spin once again throughout the field. Top Hill not gonna give up second place to CJ Gates. There's Jeffrey Price. Chris Wilson pulls away already to a half cycle lead now on the restart. CJ Gates currently in second. Field works away. Turns 3 and 4 tighter than it is in 1 and 2, as they had to build the track shorter around that corner to avoid going through a pond. The pond owner did not exactly want them to build a track through, as though she gets almost to the outside wall. This is back out of that corner and roll out of throttle and exit turn 2. That's going to allow Jonathan Mazzello a huge try to see in the back. They can't quite get the job done, but I was just mentioning they had to build a track and build the corner shorter so that way they didn't go through the pond. Back 50 years ago when they built this track in 1950. Actually, more than 50 years ago, almost 70 years ago. Currently, CJ Gates in second, but Jim Mott back here all the way in 8th position. So getting involved in that caution with the 26th of Craig Floyd. Looks like he's actually not back behind the wall, so tough break for Jim Mott getting caught up in that, but that's part of Darlington. Lap cars really don't know where to go. If they make a mistake, you got the outside wall, which is not hard to do here. You can very easily cost your race. And that's what as soon as they do with Jim Mott here, unfortunately for him, but so we're going to shoot away once again here. Oh, so he gets into the wall off turn 2. Now Darlington's going to go by him on the outside. He's took away that second position. So number 4 machine back in a second is how we just Wilson come across that finish line. And I believe complete stage 1. Maybe not. Anyhow, now a third of the way through the race. This guy's now working sure once again. Number 4 machine in second. CJ is kind of struggling in third. Jeff Meyer, a lot of damage on that number 50 machine. Atchison actually a pretty clean looking number 8 Batman mobile. Let's see here on the right side if it has any damage. And a little bit right front damage looks like, but other than that, it's pretty clean car, especially for Darlington. It's just Wilson, race leader. All the way into turn 1 and 2 right here. We're on that high side. So now at 13, she gets really right next to the wall, almost hitting it right there. He's going to go down here right next to the white line. Let's go run off the corner. Not much battling going on here, actually. I'm kind of surprised. There'll be a lot more guys towards the front, but mostly just been just Wilson out front tonight. And then number 58 machine. Of the first 29 laps so far completed here. Oh, I was close. Right out next to that wall off turn 2. Clipped the apron right there just a bit. I know that's all it took to get a little bit sideways, but... Oh, man. That's how close you are to the wall here at Darlington. Really crazy. Even closer than if I do at Bristol, especially considering you're going a lot faster. Here at Darlington, you see clip apron again right there. It's kind of line you actually run here. As you're going to see, he gets out the corner. Lifted a little bit right there. Maybe even scraped it, or a little wisp of air. Not quite sure if he scraped it, or is that close to it. Right here, just powers into turn 3, gets back to the gas when he feels that it's safe to. Just kind of roll out of the corner. And you might wonder why these guys are running so far up the racetrack, because there's so much track here at Darlington. If you look down low, there's no banking down there. This is the only portion of the track that's actually banked, so you kind of have to run this wide of a line here at Darlington. It's so crazy to think this track's this big because of the fact that that's all apron. The apron is almost as wide as Charlotte itself, so really, really weird. Not only weird, but very unique racetrack. It's so classic and so cool and so challenging too. That's why it's called the Too Tough to Tame Lady in the Black. And now it's the official official throwback weekend of NASCAR, since the fact they brought it back to Labor Day weekend. So you're gonna see really cool paint schemes such as these. Number 4 of Kodak, I believe Ernie Irvin maybe even drove that car. Bobby Hamilton Jr. I believe. Just to name a few who drove this number 4 machine. Mike Skinner, another one who drove this number 4 Kodak Chevrolet. And I finally found the throwback, I believe. It's a Mike McLaughlin paint scheme. back to 2000. So I find just being what the throwback paint scheme was for M58 Just Wilson. So Mike McCollin, M58 machine, sporting that throwback, and we've not had a stage caution. So I'm not sure if the first caution was during the time of a stage or what exactly happened, but we'll go with it nevertheless. Currently just kind of cruising around this track, as next time by will be halfway for the number 58 machine Justin Wilson. There's number 4 Avizella, and you have the 13Z Gates. Chase Berry unfortunately did not make it tonight's event, but gonna hurt him a bit in points. Jim Ott returning all the way back up to the top 5 actually in P5 right now after an early wreck on lap 23, I believe it was. Or, excuse me, lap 13, somewhere around there. So again, a lot of good, classic, nice paint schemes out here tonight. Looking pretty good, and I'm liking them, so. But one of them is leading the rest of the field. That's number 58 of Justin Wilson. Oh, he hits the wall off of turn 2, though. Pretty heavy contact to the outside wall. So actually kind of like on the back straightaway a little bit more. I go on board with him for this, as looks like Greg Floyd put it behind the wall, as I mentioned. This is coming out of turn 2 and yet clipped the apron. At that time, it was going to happen eventually. Hits the outside wall pretty hard. It's just the car a little bit sideways because of the contact, so not obviously something you want to do, but looks like he'll be okay for now. Should be able to continue on without too many issues. Oh, gosh, flag comes out.
Any feeling about the car at all?
May have been for stage. Yes, indeed it was. So stage number 2 now in the books. At least I believe so. So looks like because I'm going up pit road once again here. Stage 2 winner, number 58 of Justin Wilson. Go back to another 48 machine. So we're into pit road here. Everybody pretty clean stop. Looks like nobody. Oh, no, CG Gates did overshoot his pit stall. Off the road first, number 4 machine, Jonathan Pizzella, as Just Wilson gets some of that optional damage repaired after he pancaked the wall off of turn 2, so he can get some of that damage fixed. So actually, that looks like Roy Atchison will come off. Side by side, Jeffrey Meyer. Jeffrey Meyer gets that spot. Roy Atchison up the 3rd. Just Wilson, everybody else getting some more damage fixed, so that's Just Wilson roll off of pit road. So great stop by number 4 machine of Jonathan Pizzella. A great stop with number 88 of Roy Atchison as well. That moves himself up into 3rd spot. But I'm going to get a word here if we can with number 4 machine of Jonathan Pizzella. I'm going to see here if we can get him, dial him up here. Looks like we can. So I'm going to bring it back to people now. Jonathan Pizzella, got a copy.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So Jonathan out here currently leading off of pit road, and actually a pretty clean number 4 machine for you out here at Darlington. We just saw Joseph Wilson pancake the all off 2, but I don't think you guys scratched number 4.
No, I'm running the Denny Hamlin line, trying to stay out of that wall, and so far it's paid off.
Yeah, so far we saw 58 taking some optional damage repair there, which certainly helped your chances of getting a lead there. And he's going to have to charge his way back through the field, but you're up here with a perfectly clean race car. How do you feel about chances to win tonight?
I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and playing halfway up the track, and hopefully we can get a W.
I already appreciate your time here, Jonathan, and go look on the race.
Thank you, bud. You too.
So that's number 4 machine. If Jonathan Pizzella, current race leader, leading his first lap sled of the night, and first lead change of the night, since Justin Wilson has been pretty much dominated so far until this point. So that would close out that for him. But his lights are out, ready to go. Stacking up double foul once again. Actually, Darren Manning in second, and CJ Gates in third. So I must have actually missed them coming off of pit road. I thought I didn't miss anybody, but I am a little bit confused at this point, honestly. It's just Wilson back down pit road along with Jim Mott, along with Jeffrey Meyer and Atchison, actually. So never mind, they did pit a second time. Maybe they try to make it to the end of the race on fuel. Maybe fuel strategy coming into play, because the only logical reason I could think of is why they come back down pit road for after a caution. So maybe it's going to come down to fuel mileage if we don't see the caution flag fly. So this could get very, very interesting here. And the closing laps of this one, the pace car, I'm going to have to turn that onto pit lane here, and once it goes into turn 4, we're going to get back underway now. And I'm going to make my prediction here to win the race. That's the guy leading the race right now. Former Shea Pizzella, I feel like he'll go to victory lane tonight. But pace car in, but these guys lose once again. Pizzella on the green flag. On the way here, once again from Darlington, a great restart by number 4 of Jonathan Pizzella. Got a great jump on the rest of the field. These Gates now underneath Darren Manning for that second spot. 18 seconds to let him go. Oh, he hits the outside wall. He'll lose another spot to Hilton Young, and oh, CJ Gates is around. Never mind, he actually gathers it back up and saves it. Goes back on the track right in front of Jim Mott. Somehow, we made it without wreck. Hilton Young now gets bumped out of the way by Justin Wilson. He wants to get back to the front. He wants to get back to it fast with just 30 laps to go. Very aggressive moves and racing right there as CJ Gates down there, Manning almost battling. Again, that's over 4 machine. Jonathan Pizzella out front, not a single scratch on that Kodak Chevrolet. Just trying to lead laps, log laps, and maybe pull away from the other 58 machine. He's been dominant so far here tonight. Oh, caution flag comes out. He's out for number 88, Roy Atchison. He's having such a good run. And actually pitted. Oh, Darren Manning also around into the inside wall. That motor is done. He is done for the night, as he's going to have to go to the garage. And there's no way he can fix that car and return back to the track. So his night is over. Tough break for number 18 machine of Darren Manning. That car is destroyed. Let's see, look back what happened here now to bring out only the 3rd caution flag of the night. Oh, contact, it looks like here. Looks like the 18 machine just got into the outside of the wall. The 88 Righteous was on his inside, and just like we saw the 26 and that 3 machine, 18 hits the wall, bounces off the wall, comes down the track, and nowhere for Atchison to go. Hard hit for both those cars. All 4 wheels of both those machines go off of the ground. And we're just ended up sliding up into the outside of the wall as well, as Darren Manning goes for a long, crazy spin. Hard hit for both those cars. I'm going to go on board now with the 88 of Roy Atchison. Actually, going to go onto the gyro cam. Is that... Oh, excuse me, not a gyro cam. I got the cameras mixed up here. Robar camera. That's right. Let's look back what happened from his camera angle here. His shot. Gets a good run on the inside, kind of backs up, and then once the 18 hits the wall, comes down into him. Hard hit into the inside of the wall, and then slides up into the outside of the wall. As well. Tough break for him. He was doing so well, pretty much. An 88 machine. Look like he was going to maybe make some fuel mileage there, strategies as well, and didn't work out for him. Now 18 in the outside wall. Was jacking in and a hard hit for both those machines. So that will end the 18's night and severely hurt the 88's night. You see him now on pit road. And 88 machine actually got to go a lap down. Now we're going to see if he comes up pit road in time. Looks like he's going to stay on pit road, so he's going to go a lap down now. Maybe get some damage fixed. So tough break for 88 Roy Atchison right there, but the remaining actually has put it behind the wall officially, so he's now done and out. As I mentioned, he probably would be. But the caution flag comes out once again, so we're going to go on a quick commercial break. Don't go away, right back.
So, you want to race in NASCAR. The road starts here. Introducing the eNASCAR Series powered by Racing. This is the gateway for all aspiring 13 to 16-year-olds. Starting June 20th, ignite your dreams of one day racing the top tiers of NASCAR. Go to www.iracing.com/ignite for full details.
The yellow flag is out. Pit road is now open. Keep your eye on those kids. We'll give you 4 tires. 3, 2, 1, now. We're done. Get going.
Welcome back to our 22 Motorsports Xfinity Series here from Darlington Raceway. Pace car, going to let the Hellman back onto pit lane. We're about to get back. Green flag here from Darlington. For what might be the last race of the night, there's just 25 laps. Goes up the hill, lead the field to the green flag, which is out in the air. We're ready to go back. Green here from Darlington. Before we should get clear of Justin Wilson on the restart, we're into turn 1. Jim Mott and that number 3 in P3 right now, looking on at these two leaders. Justin Wilson has now been wrecked twice up front in the last 2 weeks now in a row. So he's looking to try to break that streak here and not get wrecked for the lead up here. But, oh, we're starting to formation John Lazella right there. Very close. Maybe a bit of contact. There's, looking around at turn 4 now. 11 front straight away. John Lazella holds on to the race lead for now. You see, just Wilson, you set up the apron just a bit more. Kind of goes down to that flat part of the racetrack to try to turn the car using the transition. He's almost, I think he may have actually hit the wall off turn 2 right there, since he's already doing that pretty well tonight. So, Jim Mott now has recovered all the way back up to that 3rd position after getting spun into the inside wall. But luckily for him, he hit it with the driver's side of the car, not head on like we just saw Atchison and Darren Manning have happen to them, where they hit it head on and pretty much stuck them out of the race. But Jim Mott managed to spin the car so that way the door hit the wall and didn't get too much severe damage to that. Dampened him so much that he couldn't even get back up here and compete for a win, much less get a top 5 or even not go a lap down. So currently 3rd, here comes Jonathan Mazzella now under fire from Justin Wilson. Jonathan Mazzella going to have to give him that spot unless he really wants to be aggressive and fight for that spot. And again, we still have quite a ways to go, but 22 laps left in this race, so no reason to fight that hard, as that usually never works out. Two cars going through turns 1 and 2 at Darlington never usually works out very well, so that's why I gave it a spot up. But now he's going to fall behind Justin Wilson. That might be the move of the race lead if he'll get another caution. These Warriors are still down pit road, getting a lot of damage fixed. GH Jeffrey Meyer, P4, P5 is Jim Mott right next to the outside wall right there. He actually carries our LCTV onboard camera. Seeing how much the banking is here, and how much throttle control you have to race here and be successful at Darlington Raceway. Starts way into turn 3, you kind of ride right next to the wall, and I get that good run off of turn 4. Oh, he entered into turn 1 a little bit high. It's going to cost us some time. He's able to throttle a lot more. Now, it looks like his damage is really hurting him right here. He's got a lot of right front damage, and it's kind of costing him to shoot his right front tire. But meanwhile, up front, Justin Wilson not pulling away from John Mazzella as much as we saw him do the last couple of runs. Kind of hanging about 4 tenths of a second right now. Maybe even Justin Wilson having some good strategy here to try to, Jonathan Mazzella to try to actually save his tires. Kind of stay behind that 58 machine, just kind of save his tires, not use up his car or anything. Try to hope that just Wilson makes a mistake. Is actually gain a 10th on him right here, looks like. So now to 4 tenths of a second. It's kind of just running right there in a half second. Pretty good gap. Nothing to be concerned about. Still could probably charge and get back up there, but he's kind of just cruising behind, I feel like, at this point. Knowing that he can save his tires, save his car. Again, he's not hit the wall all race long, which is pretty hard to believe at Darlington. Oh, almost got the wall right there in a turn 4, though. I really let out the throttle, keep him in it, but again, did not hit it yet again. So if he can kind of just cruise back here, make just Wilson end up making a mistake against the outside wall, like we saw him do earlier, that could be just what John Mazzella needs. But I think John Mazzella actually, not sure if he's saving his tires. I think he maybe actually chewed up his tires just a bit. Really struggling right now, really tight, it seems like. And he's actually, he's not riding right next to the outside wall with just 14 laps to go, and that's kind of surprising because you kind of have to do that to gain time. You know, of course, eventually, you know, you want to save the car as responsible, but eventually when it's just going to get this close to the end of the race, you got to push the car to its limits to try to gain back time. And yeah, again, right in the middle, the inside of the lane is just Wilson runs right next to the outside wall, getting so much time throughout the corner. Again, I just don't think it's worth it to try to cruise like that, but we'll see how it works out for him, mate. That's his strategy. May end up working out for him right here. We're on board now with Jonathan Mazzella. Next time by will be 12 laps to go. 18 miles around. Because now it's Jonathan Mazzella running a little behind next to the wall that time. Find a little bit more time right there to gain. Now gain about a 10th on race here, just Wilson. And the other thing is, though, Jonathan Mazzella maybe to save his car, maybe to save his tires, maybe catch Justin Wilson. But to pass him is another question. He's got to try to set up a good run and get a good exit of turn 4 to set up a pass in turn 1 or vice versa. You can't go too wide in the turns 1 and 2 and hold it like that. So he's gonna just hope that Joseph Wilson gets in the spot, but I don't think it's gonna happen. It's gonna be really crazy to see how this finishes out. If he can get to him, though, that's the next question. As you see right there, he lost 2/10 that lap with just 11 laps to go. He can't be losing time at this point. But just Wilson. Oh, Jumpzilla almost hit the outside wall. Much to that number 4 machine. He's just got to try to hope 58 makes a mistake, and he's got to try to cruise. But again, he's not entering high next to the wall. He's kind of entering a bit lower. So I heard him say he just wants to take care of his car and have a good finish. 10 laps to go now. Oh, right next to the outside wall. Almost into it. Now just playing the throttle. Gets to the exit of the corner now. 0.6 of a second. He's got to gain more time, though. Kind of just 9 laps to go. And just Wilson's so close to that outside wall, especially in 3 and 4. Oh, he hit it right there out of turn 4. Just Wilson into the outside wall. We're going to let just Jumpzilla gain quite a bit of time. And it didn't hit it that hard, but that was just enough to let Jumpzilla reel him in. And now it's down to 0.4 of a second lead. We're going to see here in closing laps if Jumpzilla can close to just Wilson, kind of force him into a mistake. Now just 0.3 of a second. And this is what saving your car does. Oh, just Wilson the outside wall again. Sparks flying over the number 4 machine as he's reeling him in. 0.2 of a second now with just 7 laps to go. Or excuse me, 8 laps to go. It's just a great shot we can see right here. You can hear him. He's on the throttle. He's definitely catching that number 58 machine for sure. Strategy paying off right here. And the question is, can he reel in the last 0.2 and then try to set up and make a pass on the 58 machine of just Wilson with just 7 laps to go. This time by just Wilson got tight off turn 4 once again. Here comes the number 4 machine right as for a bumper. Worked their way through turns 1 and 2. The 4 machine a little bit lower than 58 as they come off turn 2. Next time by, 6 laps to go. 4 ended it a little bit higher that time. He's going to exit a little bit lower. I'm not quite sure if it's going to pay off for him. It's not a good enough run to try to make a stop with the race lead. 6 laps to go. Last week we had a new winner, CJ Gates with the victory lane at Michigan. That was 4 machine. Jumpzilla has not won yet this season. He wants to go to victory lane badly, and this is definitely the time to do it. As he now first race chase. Here it comes, the big run, but he has to check up to avoid getting the back of number 58 machine. Just 5 laps to go. If caution comes out, race will be over, and that's not what number 4 machine Jumpzilla wants to see right now. The mirror full, the 58 of Justin Wilson is that 4 of Kodak Chevrolet. Got a good run off turn 2. Oh, contact! Into the left rear corner panel of Justin Wilson. But they managed to save it. But that cost number 4 machine a little bit of time. I think the 58 got really tight off turn 2 right there. And the 4 just got on the back of him as he was so close to him. But still not over until it's over. 4 laps to go. That's the only dent or scratch you now see in the 4 machine of Jumpzilla, but this is when it doesn't matter anymore. You see the 58 really tight off turn 2 now, so the 4 machine really likes to gain time on. Next time by, 3 laps to go. What can that number 4 of Jumpzilla do to try to get the race victory here? This comes off turn 4, another pretty good run. Not enough to pull the inside yet. 3 laps to go from Darlington. Oh, tries to look to the outside. 58 comes up the block. And shut the door on him. Here goes number 4, Jumpzilla. A huge run out of the corner. Maybe a bit more contact. Oh, it was the 4 machine Jumpzilla down low. And will take the spot. And I'm actually not sure if Justin Wilson did not give him the spot right there, as he knew he might end up wrecking and did not want to wreck. He knew the 4 machine was faster, and this is the chase, so he's got to play it smart and play it safe. So 2 laps to go. Jumpzilla now out front. Justin Wilson reeling back in and try to get back to the race lead, or is that the end of it? Now if lap car 38 Hilton Young out of the harm's way, it's just Wilson pushing that car but can't quite get anywhere with it. Next time by, be 1 lap to go here from Darlington. Jonathan Bell looking for victory lane for the first time in his career. Has a 0.3 of a second lead over Justin Wilson. He's won 8 times this season. Off turn 2 for the final time. Down the back straightaway. Still 0.3 of a second over Justin Wilson. Just got to play nice and safe. No way Justin can get to him as, oh, Justin charges in hard into the outside wall. Goes to 58 machine. He drifts but saves it. Off turn 4. John Pizzella is going to win in the Motorsports Xfinity Series. And at the right time, wins chase race number 1. Justin Wilson, hard fought second place. Jim Mott now recovers back to 3rd after that contact. CG Gates almost spinning out. Going to come in 4th. No, never mind. Jeffrey Meyer into 4th. CG Gates in 5th. Hilton Young will probably finish 6th, I believe. But Jonathan Pizzella is your race winner here from Darlington. Gonna celebrate here, throwback style. The Kodak Killers did well for him today here as he's gonna pick up his first career victory at Darlington. Chase race number 1. So we're going to come back now and get post-race interviews. We're with your top few finishers, including your race winner, and a look at results top to bottom. So go ahead, right back. Welcome back live here to Darlington race for your post-race interviews and look at results top to bottom here. First stop for the interview, we're going to change things up just a bit here for this Wilson. Second place finisher into the broadcast booth as he informed me he has to leave shortly, so we're the broadcast booth now. This Wilson, got a copy.
Hey there.
So Justin, you ended up finishing runner-up here in chase race number 1 at Darlington. You led 60 laps, won the first 2 stages, but got really tight there and maybe made a couple of mistakes to give the win to Jonathan Pizzella right there. But really hard for race for you after pancaking them off turn 2 that one time and having to get some of the damage fixed. Hurts way back up to the field and came up just shy of the victory, but just talk about your race.
Oh yeah, we had a good race. Yeah, that clobber on the wall off 2 killed the rest of the race for us. The car was significantly tight for the rest of the race, and I don't know if we maybe got a little bit of toe damage or whatnot, but it was definitely hard to turn. So I knew it was gonna be hard to pass, so I had to kind of be aggressive to get back to the lead. But I knew I was gonna burn them up because just how tight the car was. But I mean, all in all, really good race. I can't complain about second place.
Yeah, we saw coming out of turn 2 down back straight away there. We saw the pass for the race lead and the pass for the race win. Jonathan Pizzella getting by you. It almost looked like you slowed down and let him by. Was that a kind of a strategic move being the chase, or did you hit the wall or what there?
No, I let him by. I knew it was going to be bad because my car was starting to get so tight where I was having to lift off corners, and he was getting massive runs, and we probably would end up taking each other out if. So I clutched a little, let him by, and I was hoping maybe I can get a run back up to him, but I couldn't.
Yeah, well, it's been the first race of the chase. How do you feel it would change this for the rest of the chase, determine the championship?
I mean, we got a better shot than any. I mean, all we can do is go to the next race and see how it goes.
I really appreciate your time here, Justin. I'll let you go, and congrats on second.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty, that was your second place finisher tonight. Justin Molson, number 58 machine, and in the Rockers booth, Jim Ott, number 3. Jim Ott, got a copy.
I got you, bud.
So, Jim, pretty up and down night for you here tonight. You know, leading the laps, kind of surprising, but a solid third place finish for you after getting involved in an incident there with the 26 of Greg Floyd. So, great rebound for you, and then the damaged number 3 machine. A good podium finish for Chase Race number 1 here at Darlington. Just talk about the race and your recovery there after the incident.
Yeah, I got in a little bit of trouble right off the go anyway, and getting my first Darlington stripe within the first lap, so that kind of hurt us. But I just didn't have the speed, honestly, dude. It looked like Jonathan and Justin were they're the class of the field. Hats off to them. Hats off to Jonathan for the win. But really, I had not a whole lot to talk about for me. I just struggled tonight.
Yeah, and it was pretty crazy the dominant performance of Justin Wilson. Then it's Darlington. He made a huge stick on the outside wall. And we saw you, I believe, on lap 2 go on the outside wall. So a lot of guys kind of slapping that wall, and the race winner actually didn't hit the wall once tonight. So that's just goes to show how Kim Carey race car really works out well. And you actually got pretty lucky there. He spun to the inside wall. We saw 88 and the 18, kind of a very similar incident actually, and they both hit the wall head on, but you managed to spin into it the right side of the car. But overall, a good, solid third place for you to start off the chase here. How do you feel about your chances trying to go for the championship here?
After this, I feel great. How to get this one kind of out of the way. Wish I would have put a little bit more practice in, but it looks like Indy's next, and I feel really good about that. And hopefully get this one out of the way and move on to the next round.
Yeah, so Indy, any shout-outs we'll give here for your podium finish?
Yep, Justin. Always Chase could have made it, but apparently had other obligations. But Roy for putting on the league and everything they do.
I really appreciate your time here, Jim, and have a good night.
All right, Lucas. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Alrighty, that was your third place finisher tonight, Jim Ott, excuse me. But your race winner here tonight, Jonathan Pizzello, for the first time this season, picked up the victory in the broadcast booth now. Jonathan Pizzello, got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, for a change, the broadcast, the curse actually was kind of the reverse effect here tonight, as you were the only driver actually interviewed during the race, and you ended up picking the victory here tonight. Your first victory at Motorsports Xfinity Series, and it came at the most crucial time as possible. The very first chase race, first out of 10. So you picked the victory here tonight at the very too tough to tame Darlington, but it wasn't too tough for you. You picked the victory to stuck with your race and your fight to the win.
Yes, sir. I came into this race just trying to be consistent. I figured that would mean something at the end, and it worked out to my advantage.
Yeah, certainly. And we saw Justin kind of gave you the spot there the last 10 laps. If you actually charged him down, you kind of gave him the spot early in that run. I'm not sure if you saved your tires or you took advantage of having a clean race car, but you managed to reel in that time. But then obviously Chase Matters come into play, and he kind of let you by. Then tried to fight you back, but you were able to hold him off, pick up the victory here. Last week was kind of a bit disappointing if you got taken out in a wreck after you seemed to really had a really fast car there. But managed to come back and take him when it kind of counts here at Darlington. So this being the first race of the chase, winning to win, I'm not sure locks you in. So you still have to work your way in on points. How do you feel about the next few races?
I feel pretty good. I'm going to try to go into the next few races the exact same way and just be consistent, and hopefully I'll get some good luck.
Well, we're going to give you a little time here to give some shout-outs and thank yous to anybody that brought you to victory lane here tonight.
Of course, I want to thank Roy for sponsoring this race, and of course you doing this every single week without fail. I appreciate that, and it was a great race.
Well, certainly, congratulations on your first win, and have a good night.
Thank you, bud. You too.
Alrighty, that was your race winner tonight, John Zella, for the first time in his career. 2 back-to-back first-time winners. CJ Gates won last week at Michigan, and this week it's number 4 Michigan going to victory lane, that Kodak Chevrolet. So we're going to take a look now at the results top to bottom here from Darlington. So again, finishing first, number 4 Michigan, John Zella. Second place, Justin Wilson. Only second time this season he's actually not won in a race besides the last 2 weeks, so he's gonna pick up his second place finish this season. Jim Mott in P3, Jeff Meyer gonna pick up 4th, TJ Gates in 5th. Hiltiano will finish 6, 2 laps down. Rogers and Darren Manning both together contact. They'll finish 7th and 8th respectively. Michael Della Sala, his first career start, he'll finish 9th. Greg Floyd will finish 10th, 56 laps down. I think Chase Berry not making the race tonight. He'll finish dead last. Didn't even make a single lap, unfortunately for him, especially since it's the first chase race. But nevertheless, we appreciate y'all watching here tonight from Darlington, and we hope to see you Tuesday night. T-Bar Truck Series heads to the old door. Hope to see you there. LC TV signing out.